welcome back to the channel. So spring has sprung around here, and it's time to get the RV out. There we go. Anyway, time to get the RV out. So we're gonna pull it out of the shop today and give it a good wash, give it a good going over. Make sure that everything's tip-top, ready for the year. It's way easier to do when it's not on the truck than when it's on the truck. Because when it's on the truck, this level down here, kind of the side curtain area, that's about right here, right? So that sits over the rails on the side of the pickup there. So it's pretty tall. So getting to the fridge compartment, like right here, and the battery box on the other side and everything else, a little difficult. So pull it out, wash it all up, get all the bugs off of it, go over it, see what it looks like, see what we need to fix before we put it on the camper, and get it ready for the upcoming year. Little stuff like, see this? Turn this camera around here. So see like how that caulking is pulling away right there and it's cracked. Well, that can allow water intrusion. And the worst thing for an RV is water. So, anyway, we're gonna take care of stuff like that. So, use a forklift here. I'll get it pulled out, show you a little video of me doing that, and then go from there. All right, we got it hooked to the camper. We'll pull her out. Okay, it's out. Now we'll wash it all up and start looking at it. I think I'm gonna wash the roof too. Need to inspect that pretty good. So we'll start there. Well, we're making a little bit of progress here in the camper. As you can see, here's like a spot, this corner, the ceiling edge started to see mold growth behind it. You can kind of see the same thing down there. You can see the staining where the water runs off the roof. So I'm gonna dig that out, we'll replace it. The rest of this top line looks pretty good. It's not powdery, it's still flexible. The water port down here, it was all dried out and cracking, so I got it all tore apart. We'll seal behind that. This side of the RV, when I'm parking into the shop, goes against that wall. And there's not a whole lot of room for me to work on it. So it's supposed to rain in a couple days, so I want to get this stuff sealed up on this side of the RV. We get it taken care of. Then I'm going to move it back inside the shop, and I can work on the roof, which has some repair work that needs to be done on the other side of the camper. But I want to get this stuff done while the weather's nice right now. So anyway, I'll continue working on this, and then I'll show you when I get it sealed up. All right, here's the corner of that window. See the contrast difference? This stuff's still pretty rubbery. And I get over here, look how chalky it is. See that? Now, you can see by the staining here that obviously the water comes off the roof, hits this part of the window and rolls down. So just want to make sure that I'm going to dig all this out. We'll just make sure that it gets resealed really good. There is another sealant behind this. It's like butyl rope that they use to sandwich the window into the frame. But if you know anything about RVs, or you know anything about RV builders, don't trust what they do, because I'm gonna be honest, all RVs are made like garbage. They, if it weren't for the fact that we didn't have any other options, if these were like regular cars, none of us would ever pay money for them. They're built as cheaply as possible, as fastly as possible. They are trash through and through. I'm sure that there's some good brands out there, but they're probably way out of my price range, and you're probably right to spend $300,000 on a good RV, because it's probably worth it. But even, you know, anyway, the budget ones, they're definitely budget. So this is just one of those things you got to do every couple of years. All right, I got everything cleaned out on the side that I want to clean out. So we've got the water fill box, the top of the shower, up here in this window. That's about it, I think. Yeah, the other window is good. Anyway, so let me set this up here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so what we're gonna use is man, that sun's bright, but you can see my face this way. Anyway, Dicor product. This is the white. I've used the white. I have the clear too. This one says it's for roofs because there's a membrane roof. You know, one piece, basically a big piece of material that they cut. But I'm gonna use this on these portions that I need to seal up. But there's two types of this product. This is the non-leveling, which means it will stick. The leveling one that you can use on the roof, and I have some of that too. It's a little bit thinner, so when you squirt out a whole bunch in one area, it will self-flatten, so it won't really leave raised bumps or anything else. We want this one to be more like a caulking. This works, in my opinion, a little bit better than straight silicone caulk, because it is an RV product. I don't know. I just had a little bit more luck with it. I think it lasts UV light a little bit better, maybe. Anyway, so we'll get set up and put some of this on. So the water fill box I pulled away from the camper. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna run a bead behind it all the way around it, and then we'll screw it back in, and then we'll seal it around the edge. So get this one done first, get it out of the way. And if you've never had one of these electric caulking guns, you're missing out. Let me grab the screws. Alright, so it's sealed back up tight. Now we can seal all the way around it. But you guys probably don't want to watch that. I'll bring it back when it's done. Alright, so we got those two sealed off. Let's take a look. As you can see, it's not the prettiest in the world, but it's an old RV and it'll do the trick. Now, gotta do this corner of the window up here, and then the far side of the window down there. So we'll do those real quick too. There's a reason I wear gloves when I do this, because I'm messy. All right, a little update on the camper here. I'm, as you can see around this hatch, starting to pull off some of the old ceiling compound so I can replace it. I pulled off the stuff around the ladder rack here. I've got new vent covers, so I'm gonna get all this stuff cleaned up. Not this vent cover. It's kind of looks like the air conditioner hatch, goes over the top, blocks wind. I've been working up on the front up here. I removed the old satellite dish. Obviously don't need that anymore, but there's that big thing where it's mounted, so I'm gonna leave that, get it cleaned up, and reseal it. I removed all the sealant around the hatch over our bed. Make sure we get that one good and sealed. So we're getting there, slow and steady. This stuff is, it's not like caulking. It's more of a sealant slash glue. So it's kind of hard to remove. But all you can do is just get down there and start grinding it away. So I got a little bit more. Got a little bit more that I'm gonna try to remove today, and then I got some parts showing up, some more adhesive, the new vent covers, that kind of stuff. So hopefully we can get this pretty much finished today. Today's Tuesday. I need to have the camper back on the truck for a party on Saturday out of town, so that we can hang out in it and not have to worry about driving home. So at this point, the only thing left to do is to just get after it and get it done. So when I start sealing up again, I'll give you an update and show you how that goes. All right, if we look, I got the sealer all the way around. This is a self-leveling compound. It goes on just about like caulking, and then eventually it'll slowly kind of melt down and fill up all the gaps and voids. Here's a good example. If you look at stuff that I've put in before, it kind of self-levels after a little bit of time. So I got everything done. Kind of recovered some old areas that I didn't pull off that didn't look bad, but I had extra sealant. And got the roof rack all glued back down. Kind of been my experience that like the more you use the better. Somebody else sealed up around this shower light, and that's actually like silicone that was used. I think Camping World did that for me one time while I was traveling. I don't know, I've had this camper so long I forget about it, but anyway, got it all sealed up, and we'll let that cure out. Tomorrow the new domes that go over these, I'll show you, over the vents, keep them from breaking, will show up. We'll get those put on, and then that should seal up the camper. Then the next thing that we'll flip that around. Next thing we'll end up doing is I'll put it on the truck and we'll be ready to go for next weekend. So anyway, that's it for right now. I'll see you guys later. A little update. So on the camper. Okay, so I have one vent cover, new vent cover on. So you can see it just has these tabs that bolt on to the sides of this, and then they mount like that. So I got that one on, getting ready to put this one on, and then the one up in the front up there uses a whoa, almost fell off the ladder, don't do that, has a fan in it, so got to figure out a way to mount it on that. I had the tabs mounted through the ring, and I think this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. When I went to take off the cover, two of them were broken. So anyway, just about got this project wrapped up, and then the camper will be ready to put on the truck. All right, got them all installed. 1, 2, and 3. Please ignore the fan noise over there. It's kind of hot in here, but anyway, hold on. So that should conclude the sealing of the camper, and it should be ready to go on the truck. It's a little late in the afternoon. Had a little setback today. So anyway, tomorrow we'll finish getting the inside of this cleaned out. It's a lot easier to get in the camper when the bumper height is 2 foot. We'll get the camper cleaned out, and then I'll make a separate video of me installing it on the truck and how I do that. Anyway, thanks for watching this one. If you got any RV sealing questions, I'm probably not an expert, not like an expert grade 5, but maybe like an expert grade 3. Shoot me a comment, and I'll see if I can help you out. I've had to do, I think I said in the beginning of this thing, RVs are garbage. I've had to re-laminate siding on this. I've had to reinstall windows. I've had to redo floors. And as you can see from the building, I store mine inside. So they just wear out. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Catch you on the next one. Thanks.